There's something you hear me say in a lot of my headset videos. That is that I do not use the built-in microphone that's included with your gaming headset. But why the heck is that? I mean, that's a pretty big feature that you're paying for with your wireless gaming headset. They're pretty easy to use and they're honestly getting pretty darn good these days. Well, in today's video, you're gonna see exactly why I don't use my built-in microphone. And I'm gonna break this down for everybody here. I'm gonna do a microphone test with a basic budget gaming headset running straight 3.5. We're going to test it with a USB gaming headset, which the microphone should be a little bit better going USB. And then we're going to test it with a wireless gaming headset. This is a new Razer Black Sharks, the 2023 version. And this microphone is, I gotta say, the best on a wireless gaming headset, if not even a wired one. But then I'm gonna go and pull out my main microphone, which you all know I have been using since the day I tested this, maybe 2 or 3 years now, the Elgato Wave 3. All right, so let's go on and kick it off with our budget 3.5 microphone. And I'm saying this with a little bit of iffiness, as you can catch right there, because this is take 3 on this microphone test. And this is going to be the last one, because this is it. I'm really, whenever I do my microphone test, I plug and play, and that's it. I don't use any sound tweaking, no morphing. It's like, this is our microphone, this is what we get. And then if you want to use a software built in, that's up to you. By the way, as far as my room setup, you all know I don't have any crazy studio with all this sound dampening or stuff. Basic standard room like a lot of us are going to have, so you can get that real experience. But anyways, why this is take 3, and I'm not sure if we're getting it right here, but there's always a slight hum in the background, which you'll notice a lot, whether it be a budget or high end. You can get a lot of noise through your 3.5 cable right here. And that's kind of what I've been getting here, is a low, deep hum. Now, if you go over to a gaming PC, it can get even worse, kind of staticky stuff. Your graphics card creating all this noise. If you're plugged into the I/O right there, it can get pretty messy, you know? And you experience that a lot with 3.5. Now, you can go in and get a splitter and stuff, kind of break it up so you get dedicated. But when you're looking at budget end, which we're focusing on here, 3.5, the microphone, just the connection can be a little bit messy, but as you're catching here, there's probably a lot of echo and a lot of bounce, my voice bouncing off the walls, you know? Now, the great thing about it is the simplicity. It's plug and play, bam, and you're good to go. You got this cool flip up to flip down mute feature, which I love. I love the simple. Plug it into your controller, plug it into your Mac. Again, it's going to work on the majority of stuff other than your iPhone, you know? So, again, that's awesome to have that, but there's a lot of, again, questionable things with a 3.5 headset, and you're going to notice the improvements and the differences as we go from USB to wireless to, again, our standalone microphone here. So hopefully this one turns out a little bit better, but again, I have been having a hum issue with our 3.5 test. Now we have our USB headset plugged in here, and I believe this microphone is going to sound significantly better than a 3.5. Again, because with plug-in USB, you're getting that power, a little bit of extra processing in there. Right here, you're just getting, again, 3.5 into whatever your source is, and that can be a big issue. I didn't mention that with the 3.5, but going into PC, you got your GPU and this, that, and the other, creating all that noise coming through there. So a USB will just kind of clean that up a little bit. As far as any background noise in our room, I think that's more or less the microphone itself. Now, of course, with something like this, with a detachable one, you don't have that cool flip up feature, which I honestly love on built-in microphones because it's just simple to use. But of course, you got that option of using this headset out, running straight 3.5, where it's not going to look goofy with a big microphone. Now, also what I noticed with say a microphone like this, you can pull it away and it's going to get significantly quieter, which is pretty nice. And then when you pull it closer up, wow, it probably just got very loud right there, which is seen on my graph. So I like to keep it kind of midway there. You kind of get that vibe of something like on an arm, because wherever you adjust it is really what it is, rather than with a built-in one, you're kind of limited right there. But one other thing I want you to know with running USB, it's limited to your source. Like this headset won't work on the Xbox. When a 3.5 gonna work on everything. You know what I mean? If you got a 3.5 port, which is just about everything, you're just gonna plug it in and you're good to go. So that can be a downside, you know, whatever. The other cool thing about USB microphones is pretty much all of them are gonna come with some sort of software to tweak it and adjust it. Like the Logitech, you can adjust your microphone to broadcast this, that, or the other. But again, we're probably noticing a slight difference coming from 3.5 to USB as far as just that core audio quality sounding a little bit clearer, rather than like walkie-talkie here, probably more like phone call here. And then we're going to plug up to our wireless headset, and Again, this microphone's amazing over here, so it's going to sound significantly better than I think both of these. And now you are hearing the wireless headset. Now, this is the new 2023 Razer Black Sharks, and even in my review of this microphone is phenomenal. It's great. It's one of the biggest improvements they did on this headset, and I stated it then, I'll state it now. It's probably the best gaming microphone that you have on a headset for a wireless headset, or heck, even a wired headset. It is that stinking good. Now, with this microphone, as I even showed you with the Logitech, it's even more sensitive. I got it pretty close to my mouth right now. But if I go on and pull it out over here, I can see on my graph, like, holy smokes, it dropped halfway right there. Really directional, like how close it is, which is nice because you can adjust it, because you don't want to be hollering in your buddy's ears whenever you're gaming right there or talking in a meeting or something. It's really nice to really be able to adjust it right there, which, yeah, you do have software for this as well, but really cool to pull this away. It's even closer to, again, what you're going to hear here on my Elgato on the arm right there, really being able to adjust this. Now, this microphone, again, like I stated, is one of the best on a wireless headset or wired headset. And a lot of these manufacturers on some of their, like, don't take this as, hey, Turtle Beach microphones are garbage, because no, their new top tier headset that we just covered, that microphone's amazing. Same with Logitech over here, you know what I mean? So again, I'm just kind of going 3.5 to USB to wireless. Manufacturers, pending price, which again, this is a higher priced headset we have on here, your microphone can vary that way as well. Our main test here is showing 3.5 USB to wireless. So again, stay focused with me right there, but no joke, this microphone is phenomenal on this headset. And now you're hearing the Elgato Wave 3. Now, this is on an arm, and I do have this little filter over the top and a shock mount, which you can buy with or without, but that's extra cost. And you might be thinking, well, hey, man, it's not fair. But when you look at standalone mics, kind of to my point right here, is you can accessorize them to your needs. Are you on your keyboard and is it attached right to your desk where you can get that shock mount? So whenever you're banging down on your keys or something like that, you can adjust that. If you got a lot of P's and T's like me, you have this little filter right there. You can throw a windscreen over, which a lot of these microphones come with these days, right? The other cool thing is, again, I can adjust my microphone volume right on this. I can put my headphones in here, which most mics do not boost your headphones, so don't think about them as like an amp. A lot of people ask that a lot. You don't get that, but you can control it through there and then adjust like your side tone and stuff like that, which is real cool. Your mix as far as how much side tone, how much gain and stuff. The cool things I love about something like even the Elgato, you can see mine's upside down on the arm here, and I love this. This is how I've always used it. It sits over my desk. It's kind of on the side of my monitor, right to the side, and I'm talking like this. So the microphone's over here. I'm talking straight. This is usually how I use it, right? Anyways, I can be gaming. Bop, 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 bop. I just tap it right on the bottom and it mutes. Now, HyperX microphones do this as well. You got the little touch sensitive right there, and you can do the same deal right here. I just love the Elgato because it's a little more compact. It's just so simple, and it has everything I want. And this has a plethora of software. You can go in there and dabble with it. Again, we're just plugged and played, but that's the difference. Number one, the quality that you're hearing. Like, no joke, if I get right on it and talk here, depending how you got it set up, like this is going to be very broadcasty, but I've been talking how I usually have it set up right off to the side just to make it fair here, you know? So number one, the sound quality. Number two, the functionality, everything you can adjust and dabble with this. Again, I rave and praise this microphone. I've been using it since day one, and I've raved about it since, but there's a lot of options out there. I've tried Deity, I've tried Logitech, which all of them are great. Some of them have different features and functions. This one just always suited me perfectly for what I want, and it kind of had that. It's not too broadcasty, it's not too walkie-talkie. It's kind of right in between as natural, which is why I really love this microphone. But this isn't a review of this microphone, okay? That's where I'm getting off track here. Talking about a standalone microphone, again, dedicated microphone, so you're going to get better sound right there. Again, the functionality, adjustability of it, the simplicity with the mute function right there. You know, you can look at it, you see, and while you're on the screen, okay, my microphone is muted, so everyone's not hearing me sneeze or whatever you're doing in the background, you know. But most importantly is it's going to go with you. It's going to carry you along with your setup, right? So say you're starting with a budget headset. You're thinking like, man, you got a $30 headset. Who's going to buy $150 or however much $200 microphone? I think it's $150, not sure. Anyways, right, you got a budget headset. Who's going to buy an expensive microphone? Well, it's honestly prime opportunity if you're one that really communicates with your teams a lot, or you're doing meetings or so on and so forth with your microphone. Because, yeah, you got this right now, but maybe you're going to upgrade to this. Then maybe you're going to upgrade to this, and so on and so forth. Maybe you can get an amp and DAC and some headphones. Well, this microphone's going to stay with you. Just like me, hence the reason I don't use my built-in microphones. I test so many headsets, so many headphones. I got an amp set up, right? Yet this microphone is always active and live with me. I never have to change it, never have to tweak it. It's there and it does what it does. And it's going to carry along. The other thing is like, I'm not a big fan of these things in front of my face. I just don't like it. It's kind of like having this to the side is, I don't know, I just like it better. It kind of doesn't feel goofy and it's don't got this thing in front of my face. Just, I don't know, that's nitpicky, you know what I mean? But again, when you compile everything we just tested and talked about, it just makes sense. All right, so I just got done listening to all of the microphone playbacks here using my Meze 109 Pros. And I love this headphone. It's absolutely amazing, but it's so great for testing stuff like this because it really picks up and separates a lot of the different sounds. It's very, very clear. If you haven't watched the review, they're expensive. They're $800, but if you haven't watched the review on these, definitely go check those out. They're amazing. So listening to them back like that, number one, going with the 3.5, I still had that hum, as I stated before, and I gave it 3 chances, make sure everything was good right there. Still had the hum. Again, all these tests will vary from product to product that you're using, right? Jumping right up to the USB one, it was significantly clearer. It was big time clear. It was really nice. Again, it sounded like a cell phone call, you know what I mean? And then coming up into the new 2023 Black Sharks, holy smokes, I'm going to say it again, the best built-in microphone on a headset, hands down. It is that good. And again, all these are plugged and played, no software tweaking or nothing. But as we jumped in to my main point being your standalone microphone, more importantly, the Elgato Wave here, I just love it. It sounded so natural and so pure. And again, I'm using it the majority of the time. I was talking forward at you guys with the microphones over here. So take that into account. When you hear a little bit of the echo, that's why. Now, when I talked into it or you heard me even turn like this, you could hear how clear it was. But even when I'm talking forward, plugged and played, it still sounded amazing. And again, when you compile all that, like I stated, the versatility, right? The investment of how the standalone microphone is going to come along with you, you can catch the jive of even if you're running with a 3.5, why not? A USB, well, why not? Even a great microphone like this, well, why not? Because you're not going to keep this headset forever, but this can come along with you and you're always going to have that great sound. You're not going to be like, well, how's the microphone on the new 2024 Black Sharks? You don't got to worry about that because you have this great microphone. Again, look at it that way, guys. It's a really great investment that's going to stick with you. And this is why I state it in all my videos. I don't use my built-in microphones because this will always be by my side delivering that great quality. So I hope this video cleared up why I always state, again, I don't use my built-in microphones right there. I mean, it's pretty much self-explanatory as you go through this video and you kind of see, well, now it really makes sense, you know what I mean? So I want to know, what microphone do you use? Do you use your built-in and why? Or what standalone microphone do you use and why? Because I've tested a bunch of them. I love this one, but you know, I just love testing tech. So if you got something that you really recommend, let me know. And then maybe I'll test that out as well. But right now, again, I want to hear your guys' thoughts on, again, not using your built-in microphone on your headset. So again, I hope this video helped you out. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, hit that thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe, and I hope I catch you in the next one. Bye now.